These two characters are the evil mastermind protagonists of their shows, both coming up with ways to outmaneuver everyone and draw suspicious away from themselves. They try to do this so much so that sometimes they make themselves look more suspicious than less. So who tried to avoid suspicion smarter? Let's find out. First up is Spatial, and these all seem to favor Nana. Nana is much more observant of her surroundings, noticing little things to make big connections, which is why she is able to convince her other classmates that she can read minds. Light has shown some observations to his surroundings, but not to the same degree which Nana has. Nana takes all these with medium difficulty, giving her the total points of 28 and Light with a 0. Next is Interpersonal, and the first category is understanding your own intentions. This strongly favors Light, as he knows exactly what his intentions are to a greater detail, where Nana knows what to do but not necessarily her reasoning for it. Light knows his goals and the steps in between, where Nana has the goals but not necessarily the steps planned out as exact as Light does. Light doesn't waver in his mission, while Nana thinks back on her actions as to why she does the things she does. Light takes this with medium difficulty. Next is understanding what you will do. This favors Light, as well as he has more detailed steps to completing his goals, while a lot of time Nana isn't prepared and thus faces more trouble along the way. She is able to adapt at times, but Light is as well when he has to, but is also prepared, where Nana is always winging things. Light takes this with medium difficulty. Next is understanding your limitations. This is close but still favors Light, who looked at all the rules and capabilities of the Death Note, testing out as much as he could before attempting to use it against L. Light brought out the abilities of the Death Note to its fullest in understanding the limitations he was set in. Nana is also good at understanding her limitations, knowing the setting she's in and how she has to act. However, she is also once again less prepared than Light is, which shows a lack of understanding of the limitations she has. Light made it a point to understand and restrict the capabilities of others while giving himself better odds, where Nana at first seemed to do the same but ended up having to adjust to the circumstances instead of learning about them before. Light takes this with medium difficulty. Next is understanding your knowledge. For similar reasons, Light gets this one too, as he took the capabilities of the Death Note out to its fullest, while Nana had the information to ask certain questions and find out more but never used the chance to give herself an edge. Light takes this with medium difficulty. Next is adaptability. This is close, as both characters can adjust to new circumstances on really quickly. Nana had to adjust to a bigger variety of circumstances, but Light has slightly more difficulty tasks to adjust to and is more successful in adjusting. This would show that it favors Light, who takes this with hard difficulty. Last is emotional control. This is extremely close, as both these characters have the exact same skills and issues, blending in among the crowd, showing innocence where there is evil, and only breaking when put under extreme pressure. Light and Nana really only lose their cool a little here and there. Light does most of it where no one can see, while Nana has been shown losing her composure right in front of her targets. This shows a slight favor to Light, who takes this with hard difficulty. Light won all the points, so he gets the total points of 28 and Nana with a 0. Next is Linguistics, and this is close, but Light seems to take this. Light shows far better and more consistent communication skills, being able to guide a conversation and picking the topics and words as to convince his targets to do certain things. Nana is charming, but her wording is mostly average, relying mostly on her charm to get by. Her word manipulation also takes longer to have effect compared to Light as well. Both are good, but Light takes this with hard difficulty, giving himself the total points of 19 and Nana with a 0. Next is Bodily, kinesthetics, and these all favor Light, who is shown but be a very athletically capable person, having body control to match L in a fight as well as in tennis, where Nana really has no display of this other than running, which isn't much to brag about. Light takes this with easy difficulty, giving himself the total points of 21 and Nana with a 0. Next is Interpersonal, and the first category is understanding others' intentions. This seems to favor Light, who has a better grasp of what others plan to do or what they want to do, knowing their goals and how to cut them off so he can achieve his own. Nana is decent here, but she isn't focused much on what others' intentions are as much as her own. Light takes this with medium difficulty. Next is understanding what others will do. This seems to favor Light as well, who is able to more accurately control the actions of what other people will do, as he has done it to every person he's ever met, including L himself, knowing the actions they plan on doing, predicting them, and then forcing them to do what he wants. Nana has done this as well, but not to the same degree of capability as Light, only really anticipating a couple of things, but most of the time people end up doing things she wasn't prepared for. Light takes this with medium difficulty. Next is understanding others' knowledge. This also seems to favor Light, who took full advantage of the Death Note and the lack of knowledge others had on it to force others to do things that they might not have realized they could get out of if they did know of the rules. Nana attempts to use the fact that the other students aren't aware of why she's there, but oftentimes students still end up figuring it out or suspecting her anyways. Light takes this with medium difficulty. Last is understanding others' limitations. This is really close as both characters take advantage of what others are limited by. Nana uses the other students' abilities against them a lot of times in order to kill them, while Light forces others into limited resources to control and anticipate their actions. Nana has the more impressive feats of learning of multiple different kinds of powers and attempting to off the person based on the powers they have, while Light has just as impressive feats but is also more consistent. This would seem to show favor to Light, who takes this with hard difficulty. Light got more points, so he gets the total points of 31 and Nana with 0. Next is Existential, and this favors Light as he actually displays philosophy while Nana really doesn't. Light takes this with easy difficulty, giving him the total points of 14 and Nana with 0. Next is Logical, and the first category is gathering of information. This easily goes to Light, who managed to learn and control the actions of others very well, understanding their resources and what they were capable of, using that to his advantage where Nana is actually really poor at this. Having all the resources available to learn of how to complete her goals, yet charges into the situation without any knowledge at all. Light takes this with easy difficulty. Next is deductions of information. This is close as both characters are really good at deductions. Light was able to narrow down Yotsuba Kira, while Nana makes deductions about every little thing to great detail. Light has more impressive showings while Nana is more consistent and shows greater detail. Nana takes this with hard difficulty. Last is how the information is used. This easily goes to Light, who makes far better use of the information presented to him, able to prepare so much that there is hardly evidence left, while also creating far more intricate plans that are more successful, while Nana created plans on the fly and isn't always successful in them. Light takes this with easy difficulty. Light got more points, so he gets the total points of 28 and Nana with 7. Next is Musical, and there's not much indicators on either side. Nana doesn't have anything, while Light is seen observing multiple televisions at once and noticing his watch ticking to such a degree that he recognizes the second it is without looking at it. This suggests Light would take this, giving him this with easy difficulty, giving him the total points of 23 and Nana with 0. Last is Naturalist, and this all goes to Light as he is shown being the top of his class and creating his own trap with materials he got, which shows an understanding of elements and how they work together. Light also has better understanding of animal nature, able to force people to take certain actions, knowing how humans think in certain situations. Nana has some showings of these categories, but not to the same degree which Light does. Light takes this with medium difficulty, giving him the total points of 26 and Nana with 0. This was interesting to look at as these two characters share a lot of similarities, both being egotistical, charming, manipulative, clever, and suspicious characters. However, Light is far more consistent and has more impressive feats overall, where Nana was first shown making good observations but isn't the greatest in many other areas, only gaining 35 and Light with 190. Light won, so he will be the first anime character to move on to the final round of this anime intelligence tournament. Who will he face in the finals? Will it be Moriarty or will it be Takachi? Find out next week. Let me know what you think of this video. Do you agree or disagree with results? Let me know what you think in the comments.